This Sunday finds us.
in Victor Harbour.
Let's take a look at how we got here.
We started the week in Pinnaroo.
And we're in Pinnaroo, Tanya.
We are in Pinnaroo.
Now this is a free camp. It's pretty close to the middle of town. Nice bush. There's heaps of spots. Lovely and quiet. When we got here yesterday, we were the first ones here. I think there was 8 overnight. But once again, free camp, 96 hours, and we're right in the middle of town.
Water.
There is a water tap. There's a couple of fire pits around. And Pinnaroo, Tanya.
Yes, Scott.
Now I heard that it's indigenous for big boy.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it indigenous for big bugger?
No. Try again.
Indigenous for big man.
Yes, it is.
Big man. So not big boy, not big bugger, big man.
Yes.
So we're going to wander into Pinnaroo and have a look.
Park. You've got different things. I haven't seen one of these before. You've got the one behind you there where you can move the buckets and do things. And who's seen a slide like that before? And all the shade. This is a great little park. Scott is going for a slide. It's very steep.
Oh, that's quite good if that bit's a bit steep.
Oh, yeah, that's not the nicest of landings.
There's also a flying fox. Now it's a flying Tanya. Definitely make time to come to the museum. Now it is only Monday to Friday, 10 till 1. It is
$7 for adults or $6 for seniors.
Yeah, and it is looked after by volunteers, so sometimes they can't make it, but if you get the chance to come in here, you have to come in here. So much around World War I and World War II and the sacrifice that the community made. These small towns losing young people, both men and women, must have hit hard. We're in the machinery shed part of the museum, and this is freaking huge, and there's so much stuff. This is one of those places you need to slow down, stop and read the signs, because it is fantastic. What do you think, Tanya?
I think if you put some fuel in them, they'd start.
They look awesome, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. I do like the free camp there, 96 hours. There is a water tap, but there's no power, there's no toilet, so you need to be fully self-sufficient to be there. Some of the architecture in the town, the old pubs, well, there's 2 pubs that are still running, and they're beautiful buildings.
The old sandstone.
The old sandstone. You really know you're in South Australia when you hit the sandstone pubs and they have the West End signs out the front, and you have no idea what size beer you're trying to order. But yeah, Pinnaroo, it's a lovely little town. It would be great just for a stopover, just for the one night, which is probably what me and Tanya are going to do. We're probably going to head off this afternoon. But if you wanted to put your feet up and have a couple of carefree days, like I said, the free camp's 96 hours, so you could really bunker down for a little time and get your breath back from travelling. We moved on from Pinnaroo and we travelled all the way to Tailem Bend, and we're staying at the footy ground. It's $10 a night, fully self-contained. There's a toilet block over yonder, but pretty much for $10 you get a bit of dirt and the peace and tranquility of the country town. Tailem Bend Info Centre is in the old train station, railway station. It actually has a railway museum in the info centre, which is a free entry, which is really interesting, especially if you're into trains. And out the front of the info centre is a water point, and they encourage caravanners to come and fill up here. So the main street of town is a big grassed area, and that is the main street of Tailem Bend. So next to the info centre there's also a fully fenced big grassed area which has got a couple of playgrounds in it. There's also got this massive big old train. Also next to the info centre is a unique animals display. And yes, they are unique. So we're in Old Tailem Town, and this is the dead centre.
Oh wow.
Now apparently this is the most haunted tourist attraction in the world.
South Australia.
In South Australia. And they do a Saturday night ghost tour. So we're not sure whether these are real or not, but they look like real tombstones.
They do.
That's one of the things that amazes me. In the olden days, these wouldn't be old.
No. Corrugated iron with a hay roof.
I'm going to open this bad boy. This one will even be insulated. One, two, three, look at me. Not much has changed in education, has it? Old Tailem Town. Now this was recommended to us by our daughter Lane and her fiance Jack. They've driven past it lots of times and they've never had the opportunity to call in. Well, I'm going to tell them how much they're missing out on. This is a Tats Lotto winning dream. This is what I would buy if I won Tats Lotto. So children, if I ever win Tats Lotto, this is your inheritance. So Tanya, maybe you could give a bit more honest feedback.
There's a lot here, a lot. Heaps of buildings, heaps of relics, you would say. There's just a lot to look at. Give it a go. No, everyone will have their own opinion. It's been interesting, if nothing else.
So we're down at the ferry at Tailem Bend, and there's a beautiful bit of grassed area. There's some shelter, there's a barbecue. Me and Tanya have had lunch, it's been lovely. There's a fishing platform, there's a concrete platform, there's pelicans. There's a big pelican coming in here to land, maybe. Very hard to see. I don't know whether I've got that at all.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we get to watch the ferry over the other side. Hurry up, ferry. So, while we wait for the ferry, what have your thoughts been of Tailem Bend, Tanya?
It's a small, quiet town, but the mighty Murray helps it a lot.
Anywhere where you can sort of come and sit in the water just makes it relaxing, doesn't it?
It
just
does.
instantly relax.
It does. And the town is pretty basic with its amenities. There's the couple of pubs, supermarket, bakery. Not a lot otherwise though.
And the campground?
Campground was fine. It's at the football club, so you're just around the ground. There's toilets. There was no noise during the night, which was good.
It was about $10 a night?
$10, yeah.
$10, awesome. And the ferry's forgotten how to ferry. It's just had to go back.
Backwards.
So hang on, I forgot. But alright, we'll keep watching this. We'll see what happens. And the info centre and that grassed area was really nice. There was a weird tree that talked. What was going on there?
Oh, well, it's too hard to explain. Scott will just have to add some of the footage to our episode.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Pinnaroo, which means tree in Nurringerry, and I'm no ordinary tree. I've been brought to life by the Tailem Bend Community Centre to share stories, wisdom, and a little knowledge about our incredible community in the stunning Murray River, Lakes, and Coorong region.
Old Tailem Town.
a very interesting place to spend a couple of hours.
Absolutely, absolutely. I loved it. I'd still be there like rolling around in the rust. So as soon as this ferry makes its crossing, if it ever does, yep, I think it's taken off now. We are going to go and pack up the van, and where we're going it's the showgrounds.
Yeah, the showgrounds.
Showgrounds at Murray Bridge. The low-cost camp, or the RV camp at Murray Bridge. $10 a night for no power, and $20 a night if you want power. We're out in the middle. We've gone for the no power option because we're trying to save money. We're in Murray Bridge, and this is the Murray Bridge over the Murray. I have a real fascination with bridges. I just can't seem to get over them. But this was the first bridge over the Murray, hence the name of Murray Bridge, I suppose. We've driven 14 minutes out of Murray Bridge, and we're at the Pinnaroo Safari Park. So we will go and check it out. We're on a walking track at the Pinnaroo Safari Park. We've done the bus tour, which is fantastic. You just pull up and look at all the animals everywhere. We had a very close encounter with a giraffe, and lots of other animals. Tanya's taken some great photos. So what we're doing now is we're walking the cheetah track. We're going to do a bit of a loop and hopefully get back for the carnivore rangers talk. And if we don't get back, and if something's escaped,
you'll find me under a tree patting it.
Yes.
And Pinnaroo is the largest safari park outside of Africa in the world.
Apparently you can fit all the other zoos of Australia in it. Our day at Pinnaroo Safari Park has come to an end. We've been here over 5 hours. I didn't think I was going to last 5 hours, but I did. We've done the bus tour, which is grouse. Go through all the paddocks and see the different animals. And you can get off where you want and have a look at some enclosures. And then we decided to go for a bit of a walk and catch up with the carnivore talk. So Pinnaroo Safari Park. So once again, it's fairly warm, well, it's hot, and we just thought we'd come down to the Murray and just try and get that bit of water breeze. And this is the Eel Reserve, is that how you pronounce it? Something like that. And there's a lovely grassed area, there's a good playground on the shade, and the river's beautiful here. It's so wide and big.
Clean looking.
It's just a different colour too than what we're used to in Victoria. So we're just going to enjoy this, but it's a beautiful spot. And there's a boat ramp as well. So we're down in the wharf area of Murray Bridge. Lovely massive grass areas. There's restaurants, there's clubs, there's skate parks, there's playgrounds, there's a bunyip. getting off from Murray Bridge now. We're gonna tootle on down to Victor Harbour. So a couple of nights at Murray Bridge, we had a bit of an explore. There's some lovely foreshore areas, but you know, it's just a town on the Murray. There's some beautiful old buildings, there's some beautiful history, and it's a great way to kill a couple of days. Now the difference between Tailem Bend and Murray Bridge is the size of the towns. Murray Bridge is like way bigger than Tailem Bend, yeah. But both camps were $10 each, unpowered, with fully self-contained. If I had to go back, I'd probably go to Tailem Bend, purely because you could walk into town from the camp. But you know, they're both cracking little towns. Well, one's a little town, one's a big town, but well worth a stop in for a day or two. And yeah, so Victor Harbour, we're going to get some salt water. We travelled down from Murray Bridge and we're at Victor Harbour. We're at Victor Harbour Holiday Park, and this is fantastic. Got water slides. Looks like 3 different water slides. There's a separate pool. Big grassed areas. The amenity blocks are old but really clean. And then as we walk through here, got a great outdoor camp kitchen, wood fired Pizza Hut, barbecues up here under a decked area, which is also the rec room. Yeah. This is a fantastic camp. Caravan park. On the causeway at Victor Harbour, we're going over to Granite Hill, Granite Island. Now there's normally a horse tram operating, but it's not operating today, unfortunately. But we're still going to head over and have a walk around. So we're at the cafe on Granite Island. As you can see, a beautiful little grassed area. And then a jetty. And as with every great walk, it starts with the single step. This one has hundreds of the bloody things. So we're going up the top of Granite Island, and we're going to do a bit of a loop up the top. So we've driven from Victor Harbour to Goolwa to Widley, catch a train to Victor Harbour. But not any train. The Cockle train. All aboard the Cockle train.
There will be a gap between the station platform and the outskirts. Please take care when getting on or off the train. As they say, please mind the gap. You're currently en route to Victor Harbour.
So we're in Goolwa today. We're going to have a look around. As you've seen, we've already been on the Cockle train, which that's a bit expensive, but it's an experience.
It is. It's fun though. It's a fun thing to do.
Absolutely, and if you've got kids, kids love it.
Yeah.
They really do. And we're going to have a look around Goolwa. So we're down at the Goolwa Wharf. That's the bridge over to High Marsh Island. We're going to be going over that shortly to go and check out the mouth of the Murray. And these boat tours. And there's a lovely decked area. And a distillery. So we probably might have to check that out. But Goolwa, it's a beautiful little town. We're going up over the Murray on the High Marsh Bridge. You may not see how steep a rise that is, but it is quite steep. And then we're over the Murray. We're at the mouth of the Murray. The wind's probably playing buggery. But where you see those breakers out there between the 2 points. So we're at the Goolwa barrages. We're at the Goolwa barrages. Now this is similar to a weir, but it's to keep salt water out of fresh water. So one side is fresh water, which I think is that side, and this side here is salt water. And it was first constructed or finished in 1940. And the amount of fish you can see here is ridiculous, and you can't actually fish here. But if you're in Goolwa, you want to spend some time back on the foreshore. There's some grassed area. There's a toilet. There's I think there's a electric barbecue. Yeah, there's barbecue over there. So you actually come here with the family and spend quite a bit of time, and you just watch your fish for hours. There's so many. Alright, Goolwa, the barrages or barrages. I'm still undecided. Leave a comment below. Yeah, lock.
Oh, missed it.
Did it fall down or did it
Jumped in.
It jumped down, did it?
Yep.
Did it just roll up to the side?
No.
Did it jump? Oh, we've been watching so long, he hasn't moved. Oh. I realised we can't.
Yeah, it's having a scratch, I think.
No, that was a mate.
I think he's distributing his body temperature evenly around his body. I'm just putting out a hypothesis.
He's coming back up also.
The look at the Goolwa barrages was actually really cool to watch, but it doesn't make great video, so I'll just speed it up a bit, but it was really good to look at. We had a great stay at Victor Harbour. Unfortunately, there was an algae bloom which sort of was killing wildlife, sea life, and it impacted a few places where you could or couldn't swim or access water or fish.
Or take the horse-drawn tram.
Yeah, they actually stopped the horse-drawn tram because of the algae, but it's still a fantastic spot to travel to and to visit. What was your highlight of Victor Harbour, Tanya?
The walk around Granite Island was great. It's nice to get up there and see all the 360 view from up the top.
Yeah. We went to Galway for a day, blown away by the barrages. Like, they were absolutely fantastic when they turned out. I didn't.
Yeah, they were very interesting. We didn't know what really to expect when we went there, and what we saw was so surprising. It had seals, heaps of fish, the lock. We saw a couple of boats go through the lock. It was, really surprising.
Yeah, like Tony said, we didn't know what to expect, but it beat our expectations.
Yeah.
So it was really good. My highlight was the caravan park that we stayed in. It just had everything. The water park, the mini golf, which we didn't get a chance to play, but it was just a really well laid out
It's a
park.
really good family park.
Absolutely. If you had kids who could swim and could access water semi-unsupervised, they'd just be hours and hours over in the water park. It was really good. We had a stay 4 nights, pay for 3, so it cut our price down to $33 a night, which what we had is bloody exceptional value. And yeah, it was just a real big highlight for me. When we did stay there, we thought it was a bit far out of town, so maybe it was not as accessible to town as what we did think. One night we walked in for tea, and it's actually not as far as you think. And remember, don't count the years.
Make the years count.